Why Dallas? Why did you decide to come back?
Unfinished business. I think if anybody remember, I tweeted something about last year and the season not going how we wanted it to go. So, felt like this was the place for me. I feel like they didn't get the best version of myself last year. I didn't get any version of me, actually, because I was injured. And then, so I just, I think this is the spot for me. I think I'm going to surprise a lot of people because I don't think people really got me on the radar of being a contributor to this team, but they'll see when it happens.
Yeah. Oh, that tweet. We heard about that tweet. There was a lot of conspiracy. Like, does he know? Does he know he's coming back? And then we were like listing out the roster, and people like, don't forget, Markieff said he was going to be back.
Yeah.
And they were like, listen,
I mean, man, it's something that we talked about before the year was over. Like I said, I felt the obligation to come back and to give, at least so I can see how I look when I'm completely healthy and trying to win a championship, man. I think it's the best spot, and then I'm a big Cowboys fan, so I wanted to come back.
We got a Cowboys fan. I got a question for you in a second.
I got to come back so I can catch those games.
Speaking of championship, you won one with the Lakers. Mm-hmm. What can you bring from that to this team?
First and foremost, experience of knowing what it takes to win the championship. That was an odd year that we won, but just know what it takes, know what to expect. Just having guys, with the right mindset of a winning championship team. Obviously, this team has been to the playoffs, not last year, but a couple years before the Western Conference Finals. So they've been there. We've been there, but just got to get over that hump, and I'm just here to help us get over that hump.
What's the difference between Jason Kidd as an assistant and Jason Kidd as a head coach? Like, how have you seen Jason Kidd grow, or like how is he different?
He's obviously you got to take on more ownership as a head coach. As an assistant, he's real quiet, easygoing. Just coming and giving his 2 cents, but not too much talking. As a head coach, obviously he has to be more hands-on, talk to us more. He's a no-stress coach. That's his motto. And I love J. Kidd. I think he's a perfect coach, man. He's played the game. He was great at the game. He's a Hall of Famer. He's won championships on both levels. So, what could be better than that?
You're a vet on this team. Who's a vet for you early on in your career?
My first year, I had Grant Hill, Steve Nash, Sebastian Telfair, Jared Dudley, Shannon Fry. The list goes on with guys that was in this league. Great vets. I've had Tyson for a half year in Phoenix also, and I explained in the lobby, like, there's no better vet than you can get to Tyson. I had him my 5th year when I was in Phoenix, so I've been around a lot of great players.
Does Tyson give you beard advice?
Tyson's got I kind of stole his. He's always had a great beard from 7-8 years ago. But no, man, he's a great dude. I got to spend a lot of time with him, and he was my vet also.
What went wrong last year in Dallas?
Honestly, I came halfway through the year. I didn't feel like there was a belief that we could win it. I felt like
from where?
Just from just the way we played. Like, I didn't feel like there was a real belief that we could. And this is just the players. I'm just speaking on the players. A real belief that we could, do something special last year. I think a lot of guys didn't know their roles or didn't accept the role more so than know it, didn't accept the role that they were given, and that just didn't help this team.
If you ask you a few questions about Luka, when you think back or you think of Luka, what's something about Luka that people don't know?
That people don't know,
or something you learned last year.
He's a super easygoing guy. He's quiet. He stayed to himself. He likes to joke a lot, but he's super easygoing. He just really, stayed to himself, and he, like I said, he jokes a lot.
Yeah. What's it like to guard Luka?
It's pretty hard because he's not the fastest guy. He doesn't jump the highest. He's not the quickest, but he has a lot of game, and he scores super easy because he has size also. So, he's deceptive at everything that he does.
What's it like when that shoulder goes into you when he's, like, driving into your
yeah, I can take the shoulder. It's what comes after the shoulder for me. Like, I could take the bump. It's just the shifting for me. He's a great scorer, man. He scores at will. It's too easy. The game is super easy for him.
Could you give us a good Jason Kidd impersonation? Josh Green just left, and he gave us an incredible.
He gave us a great,
yeah. So the bar is set high.
Yeah, can I give you a good one? I really don't have it. All I know is he always asks questions wanting the answer. So you can ask a question. Yeah, everything is he don't like when you he wants yeah, JK, you right. Yeah, yes, coach, yes, coach.
He's that basketball coach from those high school movies where he's like, say yes, coach, say yes, sir. Like,
yes,
sir.
Who's
the best shooter on the team?
The best shooter is between me and Tim.
You and Tim?
Okay.
So you and Tim shoot 100 threes. Who's making more?
I forgot about Steph too. Steph
and Kyrie.
Kyrie I wouldn't call him the best shooter. He just doesn't miss. I say that. I would say between me, Steph, and Tim. It's a high volume. I would say that.
All right, I feel like we know the answer to this one, but are the Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh man, what?
As a Cowboy,
we live? Yeah. Cowboys, 2024 NFL champions, 88 MVP of the Super Bowl.
Dude,
Big 88.
You got to do something with Lively because he did a whole Eagles chant in here.
Yeah.
He spelled it out.
Yeah, he did. Did he spell it right?
After he did that,
he was only at Duke for like 6 months.
After he did that, I said, "Hey, Dwight's gonna start now." So
yeah. I told him he was trying to give me some shit about being from Philly and liking the Eagles, but I told him I grew up in a time where Cowboys was America's team. Before you were born, before he was born for sure.
Yeah.
Cowboys was America's team, so I had to date him back a little bit.
All right, last one from us. Do you have a question for us, for Mavs Media? We'll answer on behalf of all of Mavs Media.
Do I have a question on Mavs Media? Okay, yeah, I do got a question. I got 2 questions.
Oh, let's go. He's starting to list.
Is Luka going to win MVP?
Yeah.
And is Kai and Luka going to play enough games to be all NBA?
Well, he got to play 65. Luka's played 65 for the most part.
Yeah.
Kai has either it's an injury or something off the court, but for them to be as good as I hope they're going to be, I think you guys will be top 6.
Yes, and yes.
They have to. They have to. Right?
All right, yeah, you do. Shit.
Yeah. So, all right. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good luck this year, man. Excited to see you.